Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So today, another Kung Fu Ninja Turtle, whatever you call it, movie. Ugh, I'm just sick of these at this point. This is going to be the third and final review for the original series anyway. So there was that. I mean, I know there's still all the movies that came afterwards, I know that, I'm just saying. And of course, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Of course, yes, you can guess yourself. I mean, yes, I do realize just by hearing the title alone, a lot of people just cringe because they considered this one to be like one of the least favorites, really. So okay, yeah, that's the thing though. What's a kind of fine and puzzling in some ways because of the fact, yes, it's considered to be the worst one of all three that were made. Like, okay, yeah. So this, according to a lot of people, this is the shittiest one. This is the most god awful out of the trilogy, anyway. But honestly, over here, I'm just thinking that, oh, okay. So you think it's that bad? Like, what? Oh, okay, but it's pretty much the same like the others because the other movies weren't particularly good either. It's, if anything, it's just goofy. It just got goofier and goofier when you think about it. It continues to get sillier and sillier. Like, okay, like it was in the first place. Sure, in the first movie it was kind of silly. But, I mean, yes, the first movie was better constructed compared to the last two. Sure, I'm just saying. Oh, boy. I still want to watch this instead. Because I found more enjoyment out of this and... whatever, I don't know. I don't know anymore. So, let's just get this over with, I suppose. I guess. So there's that. Whew. I guess. So at least I don't have to deal with the trilogy anymore after this, right? Guess. Christ, this was awful. All three films were not good. I mean, yes, like I said, it got campier as it went. That would definitely agree on. I'm just saying. Whatever, I don't know. It's just, maybe just me. Christ, this was a headache. Okay, well, what's going on here? Speaking of headaches, it's a lot of garbage. Yeah, lots of garbage over here. Oh boy. Yeah, Mr. Monkey, you better clean that up, okay? Clean all that shit up. Yeah, that's your chore for today. Clean that up. Alright? I guess I'll just get back to you in a moment, I suppose. I'll get back to you in a moment. But anyway, yes, thankfully, I don't have to deal with this trilogy anymore, because this is the last entry. And yeah, again, I'm reviewing something from this multi-pack that's 4 movies. And just, of course, I'm going to review all of them. At least in the original series, will be done, I guess. I mean, that's an animated movie that's on there, so I guess I'll get to that when I get to it, I guess. And I just thought since I started this, might as well just review it, I guess. I mean, I technically started viewing the Ninja Turtle stuff during my Christmas on, I guess. So I thought I'd just get to these finally, with these 4 movies. The HD quality is actually kind of nice, I suppose. I mean, it's still grainy in some areas, so it's not exactly a perfect transfer, I suppose, but still kind of nice to look at, I guess. But whatever. Whatever. That's like the nicest thing I'd say about it. It's a decent look to them, I guess. Anyway, of course, as always, let's just get to the plot and just get this over with. Whatever. April O'Neil's with these turtles again, of course. But there's something different this time around because there's like this staff thing, and he has his like magical abilities or whatever, but it has to work under specific circumstances, I guess, because I don't know, it just does. They go back in time. April being the first one being traveled back in time first, and they basically had to go back in time and retrieve her, I guess, reach for her, and just get her back, and retrieve her and just get back to the modern time. I guess their modern time. But the thing is that there's a bit of a catch. Of course, like I said, it had to be a specific circumstances for whatever reason. There's a bit of a time limit, which seems like an oxymoron when you think about it. You have this thing, you can travel around time, but there's a time limit. That doesn't make any sense. That's really dumb. But whatever. But yeah, they're going back in time. So a good chunk of the film, it's just basically... I don't know why there's a time limit to begin with, but whatever. Anyway, but you had to do it on a song stance, like you have like 3 days or something. Well, however that rule was. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, most of the film would just be here in Japan, Theodore, Japan, or whatever. And there's also this kid, of course, and whatnot. And of course, this is the villain of the story wants to kill him. Of course, the villain of the story was trying to do something with the Japanese and make sure the turtles are dead, or whatever. And the villain of the story doesn't make sure that they're dead. And of course, do the whole thing with the demonic, trying to have like the villagers, the Japanese villagers, this one dude, this one guy, have him turn against him, the turtles. Oh, and I guess in this case, not really turn against them, more like just stay against them, I guess. But of course, the Ninja Turtles have to basically convince them, the Japanese villagers, I mean, that they're not the enemy and they're not demonic like this one bad guy villain is, of course. So there's that, and there's also this family, of course. This, like they said with the kid a moment ago, this wife, her husband was, they swapped places, of course. That's the thing with the staff. Whoever is holding the other staff, they swap places, but it's just like 2 of them, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be the same one, I think, but it's just in different time periods. It seems like 2, but they're taking the same. I guess. I think the same one. I don't know. I don't get it. I know, but I'm just really confused here. That's all. Anyway, Mr. Monkey, I thought you were supposed to take care of that trash from earlier. You're just slacking around again. That's what you're doing here. Oh boy, what are you doing? You're not finding no jobs. Oh boy, you need to make some money. You know that, right? Anyway, but like I was trying to say is that yeah, there's what the villain's trying to do. The villain's trying to have some type of individuals on his side, of course. There's also like this liar, this thief, this scum. Yeah, April calls this one guy that who's supposed to be hired by the main villain of the story. Like he's supposed to be the scummiest scum of the all. He gives scum a bad name or whatever, because he's not low. I guess he's not low or whatever, because he has a bit in the story where he doesn't want the Ninja Turtles to get shot at or whatever. But anyway, I know it sounds like I'm kind of like all over the place, but this entire series is not very coherent anyway. Everything about it, because don't you think that this would have major ripple effects throughout the entire timeline, which was never really discussed, by the way. It just happened. I'm like, okay, it's just whatever. Which seems weird. I don't know. I don't get this. I don't get it at all. So this mascot staff thingy basically pretty much transport them to in Japan, of course. So I don't know. And there's also this scroll thing. This Japanese scroll that mentions the turtles. That makes it more confusing. How does the scroll thing know what these turtles are? And there's a whole bit where one of the Japanese characters that was speaking to the villain, and then this one Japanese individual mentions the fact that it's like this whole prophecy of these turtles coming back to this place specifically. Like there was a whole history before this of something similar happening. That alone leaves so many questions. I mean, the other stuff I just mentioned leaves a lot of questions as well, sure. But this was like a whole prophecy scroll thing that was briefly mentioned. That got never explained. This is poorly done. Okay, so are you telling me there's other Ninja Turtles around there? Oh, there have been other turtles. Oh, is that scroll reflecting on what they did because they went back in time? Is that what the scroll is referring to? I kind of think that's what they're aiming for. I think. I don't know. This is confusing. This is maddening. I don't know. Hey, what the hell? Mr. Monkey. Did I already tell you to find work? You're just... Okay, what are you looking at? You're trying to be sneaky, aren't you? Okay, you're just passing out again. All right. You're a moron. Anyway. Well, like I was trying to say is that this is definitely, it's just one of these type of movies I don't want to watch again. actually trying to forget about it, but of course I had to. I had to give it a watch. Of course, I had to get a watch because whatever. I just trying to finish it up, I suppose. But then there was a whole bit with April. She got really upset because there was one portion of the film where the staff that helped them to go back in time was it got lost, and she got really upset because there was nowhere to be found. She got really angry. She got really pissed off at the tortoise. I mean, I can't blame her, I guess, because of that. She was in the right though. Because how can you lose something like that? This thing is really bulky. It's big. How the hell did you lose that exactly? That's weird. That's odd. And what the hell, Mr. Monkey? You just look at your own reflection. Is that a pizza place? I think it is. So that's a pizza place, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But okay, whatever. Ugh. As I was saying, folks, yeah, April, she's really mad because she realizes this means she can never return to her family. Does she have a family? I don't know. It was never discussed. But point being, she had a social life. She had friends. She had a job, a decent paying job. She had basically her own life. So this pretty much puts a wrench into the whole thing, of course. And she's rightfully upset. So I actually like this. It was just a bit of something I could say that was pretty good, actually. So this actually, like I was saying from the previous two films, this something like this actually gives the character some meat. So it's like this just means she has to start all over and whatnot. This just means she has to have a new life now because the staff thing is no longer there, and she has to pretty much have her own new life right here. Christ, what the hell, Mr. Monkey? What are you doing over there? You trying to do it like a dance? Man, you can't dance. You have no rhythm. You know that. You have no rhythm, like at all. Oh boy, just okay, whatever. But bottom line, no, don't get me wrong, folks. There are bits and pieces that could actually make these movies work. Don't get me wrong. It's just sloppy writing. The script writing is just outright horrible, really, when you think about it. It's just downright bad. Man, I mean, I can say this movie is well choreographed. That's for sure. This film is pretty well choreographed. So that's definitely something. That's a positive thing to say about this film. The backgrounds are pretty nice, and I say the way it's choreographed in this movie is actually better than in the second movie, at least as far as I'm concerned, anyway. The sun was rising and some stuff here and there. So yeah, those are actually bits and pieces of this movie I actually did quite enjoy it, actually. It's just that, yes, there's great use of the locations. There's great use of the locations. I mean, they were really trying to make this seem like it was in a specific time period in Japan. And as for the overall look, it's actually quite nice. You can actually see that those quite a bit of effort with the set designs and the outside scenes and some of the. So in terms of the locations, even that's better than better than what they did in the second movie. So again, I'll give it that, folks. Oh, definitely. And okay. All right, I'm gonna I get fed up with your shit, Mr. Monkey. All right, Alfred, come over here. Hey, yeah, do the thing here. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, folks, it's just that the overall story is very disappointing. It's very disappointing, of course. I know some people would just say that if I was expecting this to be as good as the previous two movies, you'd be greatly disappointed. I'm gonna have to disagree on that because I didn't like the previous two movies. The previous two movies were also terrible, and I was still disappointed. How did you manage to do that? I don't get it. That seems weird. But anyway, just all in all, it's just, I guess, it is incoherent in some areas because, again, don't you think that there's ripple effects and then there's the whole prophecy thing and whatever, and don't you think that villains should have tried harder to convince people to stay against the Torah? I mean, there's like quite a few stuff, like I was saying, in this movie, folks. It seems like, what? Okay, I mean, I don't know. It's just whatever. I didn't like this, like, at all. It was just dumb. It was a bad movie. But yeah, folks, you can't blame me for trying to give this a shot, okay? You can't blame me for attempting to give this a shot, really. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I did watch these movies before, yeah. Alphonse and I, we watched these movies before, like, way back when. But we just had, like, really vague memories, if anything. Just very vague memories. But now that we watch them, I still don't like it. Yeah, we still hated it. I'll give this an overall rating of a 4.6 out of 10. It's a 4.6 out of 10 for me. And as always, thanks for watching and take care. And I'm gonna win these. Whatever. Christ. Ugh, I don't know. Whatever.